I think something that we've talked about in weeks past along the same lines is it'll also give kind of a medical snapshot of the patient or the subject, um, because we have seen different blood types have different effects. We have seen different
Yes.
ethnicities and races have
Yes, we need all of that.
effects.
Yep.
So all of that information helps the scientists who are working on a vaccine identify common factors between this and other treatments for that they may be able to adapt. Karen has a question. Go
Yes.
ahead, Karen.
Yeah, so I've seen some stats that said that 40% of the people tested were asymptomatic.
Mm-hmm.
Is that number, is that number a reliable number given that
Okay, tested for what?
for COVID?
No, for how? 40% of
Oh,
what kind of test came back what? Negative?
no. So they came back positive, but they were asymptomatic.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, this was the initial definitely. This was the I think in the initial weeks, I think the first 3 to 4 weeks I kept hearing about patients but the testing then was flawed, and also the numbers reflected a selection bias that was not useful for us to really discuss. But so rich people were getting tested. Let me just put that way. Okay, rich people that didn't need the test were getting tested, and they were asymptomatic, and they were whatever. Anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is we don't know. We don't know whether there is a large percentage of people that get the swab test. Okay, will never get, who come back positive with the disease, never get the actual illness. We want to know that number. Okay. It could be as high as 30. I haven't heard 40, but I've heard between 20 and 30% of those who have been tested were potentially asymptomatic carriers.
We just need a bigger sample pool of people being tested to get a good number, basically.
Yeah, and I've been saying this from the beginning. So we're at 5% of our population having been tested, which is great. We need to get to 10% for any of these numbers to make to make us to draw some conclusions about what's going on. Okay, so we're halfway there.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
It's taken us 6 weeks to get here, or 7 weeks. I'm hopeful that we can, with the accelerated pace and greater availability, that in the next 3 to 4 weeks we'll achieve that number. We'll get to 10% of the population, so 30 million. We need 30 million tested.
Okay, that